Hey everybody, my name is Gayle from Essential Firstfruits. Thank you so much for joining me and watching this video that I created for you in mind specifically, and it goes over our compensation plan so you can really start to learn how it is that we get paid, how we're able to treat this as a hobby, as a business, full-time or part-time, and you can really start to solidify what it is that you want. Focus on your personal goals and see what option fits best for you. I definitely would advise to grab some kind of a piece of paper, a pen, or even just use the note section within your cell phone. But either way, just have something close that you can jot down notes if you have any questions while you're listening to it. Or if there's, just something catches your eye that you would like a little more clarification about. But I wanted to make sure that you had all the information that you need to really go forward from here. So I hope that you will give it the time that it deserves. It is, you deserve to learn about why and how we make money with dōTERRA. So thank you.
All right, so let's get started. What you see here is the Build Business Overview offered straight through dōTERRA. So you can access this at any time by going to dōTERRA.com, clicking on Advocates, and then clicking on Empowered Success. And there you will find all of the Empowered Success information, including the Live Guide, the Share Guide, and of course this Build Guide. All right, so are you ready for financial freedom? I love this story. There was a man who hauled buckets of water for a living. Every day he hauled water from the nearest source to his village miles away. If he wanted to make more money, he would simply work longer hauling buckets. After many years, he grew weary of hauling buckets. Then inspiration came. If he used his spare time to build a pipeline, eventually he could be free from hauling buckets. So he labored diligently for a few years to build his pipeline. The day he turned on the spigot, everything changed. He successfully created an unlimited supply of water and improved lifestyle for the villagers and himself, resulting in an abundant financial pipeline. So many people spend their lives trading hours for dollars and lack fulfillment or a sense of purpose. Personally, I know of quite a few people who live this kind of a life. With dōTERRA, anyone can choose to create time, energy, and financial freedom through building a lasting residual income pipeline. Now, obviously, as this story shows, and that's something that we completely back as well, we are not insisting that you immediately quit your job and just run away on this dōTERRA pipeline dream, right? This is something that takes a lot of hard work, especially in the beginning when you're laying that general foundation. You spend a lot of time pouring into yourself, learning about the oils, having experiences, sharing with your warm market, which means your friends and your family and those that you love and that trust you. And then once you gain experience, then you start sharing with more people. And then eventually, your pipeline is built. Right? But a lot of work and initial labor goes into it, just like this man in the story. He still continued to haul his buckets while he built his pipeline. But the whole idea was to give himself freedom. He wanted to experience that, not have to be hauling buckets every day of his life. So it's funny because here in the dōTERRA world, that's actually something that we'll say when we're still working the regular 9-to-5 jobs in pursuit of our pipelines and our dreams. We'll be like, off hauling buckets today. So if you ever hear someone say that, now you know where it comes from. So where are you? This is a great little questionnaire just to figure out, where you're at. Maybe you already know right away. But for those that don't, hauling buckets is simply trading hours for dollars. There's a limit on advancement and earnings. You have limited time freedom, and you're building others' dreams. You're a part of somebody else's dream. Building a pipeline, on the other hand, is true, lasting, residual income. There are absolutely no limits on advancement and earnings, and you have the freedom to choose your schedule. It's one of my absolute favorite parts of this gig. And then therefore, you're building your dreams. And that can change and evolve as you change and evolve. What my husband and I have started out building has completely changed to what we're building right now. But that's what we love, is the freedom to be able to change that, to still continue to support ourselves and our 2 little boys while we are in pursuit of our higher purpose. So why partner with dōTERRA for your, financial pipeline? As I'm sure you've experienced these essential oils, it's why you're in this group. doTERRA's products are the most tested and the most trusted. We have over 4.5 million customers, and that number continues to just dramatically increase year to year. It's wonderful to see how many homes are accepting doTERRA readily. We have a CPTG standard, which is doTERRA's quality and purity standard, and that is something that is completely unique to doTERRA. We have also a 65% record-breaking retention rate. Most network marketing companies vary around the 13% portion, but doTERRA is just absolutely amazing. And that number constantly gets larger as well. So it's wonderful because you're not constantly having to find people to replace what you have built so far. Most of the time when you share with someone and they really learn to love these products and you support them in that process, they're lifetime users. And so it's really wonderful because they get to benefit from the product and you get to benefit from the product and from all the hard work and sharing with those that you love. Most direct selling leads with the business opportunity, as you can see. The product sales are dependent on the opportunity. Therefore, they are selling an opportunity. I'm sure you've been introduced to a few companies like that. doTERRA is all about authentic direct selling. We actually lead with powerful products. The products sell regardless of the opportunity. Our success does not depend on whether or not you choose to join us in this. Of course, we want to support you wherever you're comfortable, but it really does open up that freedom and expansion for you to be able to make your own decision and for us to support you in that. We end up sharing a wellness lifestyle, and that's what majority of us in this group that are building this business, that are leading this, are truly passionate about is wellness. And we try to encompass that in multiple different facets. You can also rest assured that you're partnering with doTERRA because it's proven. I love this chart. As you can see, hopefully you can just zoom in if you need to. But doTERRA's growth is just phenomenal. And they have actually become a billion-dollar company within 7 years. The company that compares to that is Apple. And we all know how successful Apple is. So that just gives you a great idea on what doTERRA's trajectory is. No other company comes close. They are the largest essential oil company in the world. There's optimal time for the opportunity. 120 markets open worldwide. So there are so many places, and it's constantly expanding as well. We're always inviting other markets and opening up things to just continue to expand. doTERRA is absolutely debt-free. There is no outside interest or funding, absolutely none. No banks, no loan officers, no rich individuals, nothing. So doTERRA is completely protected in the fact that what they have built upon, they are protected within. Nothing will change. So when the founders came together and created it, they actually wrote in things that even if any of them step outside what they had initially agreed upon to create, then they're out. So it's wonderful because they've even protected it against themselves. It is part of the $1 trillion wellness industry. I hope you guys understand that in taking part of doTERRA, you're actually taking part in something that is huge. Wellness is, like it says, $1 trillion industry. Trillion, people, with a T. So understand that this is something that, it affects everybody. It doesn't matter your race, your gender, your orientation. It doesn't matter. Like, it affects literally everybody. And doTERRA is led by a diverse team of business, marketing, and healthcare professionals with over 150 years of combined industry experience. One of my favorite parts is every year when we attend convention and we get to know a little bit more about each of these unique individuals. They really are completely different in their gifts and their talents and what they bring to the table. And it just truly proves how beneficial collaboration is, how when they come together, they have created magic. And then you can partner with doTERRA and know that you're getting to be a part of something that really does. It's caring. doTERRA has on their list of to-dos is to change the world. And it sounds cheesy and so big and crazy, but I have personally seen and been blessed to be a part of what they are trying to accomplish. And it's amazing. They create partnerships with growers around the world, nurturing developing economies and preserving agricultural traditions through dōTERRA co-impact sourcing and dōTERRA Healing Hands Foundation initiatives. If you've never heard of these, I highly recommend you look them up, especially through YouTube. Go to dōTERRA's channel and just look up some of their Healing Hands videos and their co-impact sourcing videos, and you'll find some truly amazing, heartwarming stories. You can also learn more by visiting source2you.com. A dōTERRA pipeline touches many lives, and as you grow your pipeline, other lives are lifted. Every purchase changes growers' lives and their communities for the better. Entire regions and cultures are impacted because you share health and hope. What more could you possibly want? It's amazing. Okay, so now that we've kind of covered a little bit of the foundation and the why, right? Why partner with dōTERRA? Now we'll start to show you how to partner with dōTERRA. So success is simple. There really are 3 simple steps to build your financial pipeline. To change lives, you can engage in these pipeline building activities. Notice the acronym, it's PIPES. How clever, right? We're keeping it all together. The more you put into your pipeline, the more you receive. For greater results, simply turn up the flow. So you're the one who's in control of the amount that comes out, and we'll kind of go through that. Of course, it depends on you. It depends on your what's already pressing on your timeline, what different things that you're about. You know, like there are so many different things that make this a unique journey for everyone who comes on board. So the first letter in the PIPES acronym is P, and that stands for prepare. You're going to want to prepare yourself for success by experiencing the benefits of dōTERRA's products and their proven training system. They really do make this as easy as they possibly can. They've put together some wonderful material that is built by the ones who have been out there building it from the beginning, so they know what they're talking about. But this step is all about you. It's about using the oils. It's about honing in on your experiences, taking note of what has worked for you and what hasn't, understanding what your favorite resources are, what your go-to websites, what you love, you know, like really making this a personal thing. Prepare yourself to start to share this opportunity. The next letter is I, and that stands for invite. So you're going to want to invite others to learn about dōTERRA's natural solutions and their opportunity. How are you ever going to share if you don't simply invite others to take part? Next, the next letter is P, and that stands for present. So you're going to present dōTERRA's message of wellness and financial prosperity. And of course, as we mentioned before, one thing leads to another. So we always lead with the product, we lead with wellness, we lead with healthier lifestyles, and then we invite people into the opportunity if they choose to participate. The next letter is E, and it stands for enroll. So you're going to enroll and empower others with natural solutions and invite them to change lives. So the I, the P, and the E are all about your prospects, the people that you want to bring into this. And lastly, you have S, which stands for support. You're going to support your customers and builders to success. And this is all about your team and community. Now, support, as it says, your team and your community. So there's 2 very different ways. Support does not simply mean support your business. It also means support your customers. One of the best things about this is that we're constantly ongoing education and offering up different promotions for our people and showing them how much we truly do appreciate their business. So number 1, as it says, kind of like backing up a little bit, but use the dōTERRA products. Number 2, share dōTERRA. And number 3, teach others. It really is that simple. Those are the steps. And then as you can see at the bottom of this page, you can use these tools to support your pipeline building activities as you naturally share and duplicate. So dōTERRA has this wonderful little sharing brochure. It's called Healthy Can Be Simple. This is awesome to be able to hand out to people who are interested and want to learn more. From there, once they have absolutely like, yes, I'm interested, I love this, you're going to invite them to a class. And during the class, and please don't get haunted by this word, a class does not mean 30 people. A class is as simple as 1, you and 1 other person just chatting about oils. If you've done it or if you plan to do it, congratulations, that is a class, okay? This does not have to be complicated. But a great tool and a great resource to use when you're teaching is this Natural Solutions class handout. Now, I promise you it doesn't matter if you are just getting started or if you've been a part of this for X amount of years. We all continue to use the class handouts. Why? Because they work, because they project a message that is very simple and understandable. It helps people to feel empowered, and that is our ultimate goal. So we don't get too caught off guard or chase the journey of being the all-knowing one. We really want people to understand that you don't have to have studied this for 5 years in order to begin using these, right? So utilize the Natural Solutions class handout at all classes, and you really will find that it gets to be very simple. Next, as you're enrolling people, that's when you will share the Live, Share, and Build guides. Like I mentioned, those are available on doTERRA.com. You have the option to purchase like a bundle package of them if you enjoy handing them out, which I love to do. People love getting gifts, and especially these little handouts. They're awesome. But you can also choose to just download it. You can show it to them off of your iPad, your computer, your phone, or even just email it to them and have them look it over as well. So there's different options depending on you and your preferences. And then lastly, in the support category, you have that launch guide. So that is something that we'll get into in the next group, the empowered building, if that's something that you choose to participate in. And that's when you will learn more about actually launching your business. Okay, so now we're going to talk about discovering the possibilities. doTERRA's generous compensation plan is a proven vehicle to create powerful, lasting residual income while incentivizing synergy and collaboration. And I'm sure that you have seen that as you have participated in this group, that we love collaborating. We collaborate within our team, we collaborate within other teams. That really is what makes doTERRA so special, is that team synergy. We really love it. And this is going to get you a brief introduction into the ranks if you haven't already done so. There are a few ranks that happen before the rank of elite. There is a director rank, there is a manager rank, there is an executive rank. But for this purpose, in talking about actually receiving the income, you're really going to start experiencing that once you hit the rank of elite. That does not mean that you don't receive income for the others. You absolutely do. doTERRA is wonderful because you get paid literally for every time you share. It doesn't matter what your rank is, what your status is, like they never withhold from you. So you don't have to be chasing this at a rapid rate in order to be receiving income. You can start right away. And I'll talk about that in a moment. But I just want to kind of show you this based on this chart, of course, and how it works. So the ranks of elite and premier and silver really fall into this category of being paid for your product. That's where a lot of people start out when they think about the business. In the next category, you have silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. And these are all in the category of supplementing your income. And then lastly, you have this blue diamond and presidential diamond rank. And those are more into the category of replacing and multiplying your income. Okay, so in order to just kind of break this chart down a little bit more so it's understandable, I'll show you what these different colors entail. Okay, I love this little chart. It really does make it simple to understand. So your purple is your fast start bonus, which I will explain in a moment. Your blue, this kind of teal color, is power of 3. Then you have the green, which covers unilevel, and then orange, which is your leadership bonuses. So as you can see, when you're starting out, and along the bottom, these numbers represent the average months to achieve these various ranks. So like month 3, where you're starting to, getting close or accomplishing that elite rank, most of this income amount, this $304 a month, is really going to come primarily from your fast start bonus. As you move along to Premier, you have about 50-50. 50% comes from your fast start and 50% comes from your power of 3. As you get into silver, gold, and platinum, you'll start to see a different variety of income, but your leadership bonus pools are starting to be introduced and taking up a good chunk of where this amount comes from. Like for a platinum, that $9,000 a month, majority of that, as you can see, is coming from like your power of 3 and your unilevel, but you're still tapping into those fast start bonuses, and you're now receiving those leadership bonuses as well. But then as you get into the higher ranks, majority of it comes from your unilevel and your leadership bonus pools. And then less of it, although you're still receiving the same, but a lesser amount is coming from your power of 3 and your fast start. But yeah, between your combined efforts of you and your team, once you achieve 3,000 within the month, you are considered to be an elite rank. Usually this means that you've enrolled about 15 or over people, okay? And like we mentioned before, the average income for an elite is about $300 a month. So as you can imagine, it definitely pays for your product and then some. A premier leader is someone who has 2 people underneath of them, each one holding on to the rank of executive. Executive means that they are at 2,000 overall volume for the month. And then between these 2 and yourself, collective efforts, you have 5,000 overall volume. Then that would get you the rank of premier. Premier means that you've enrolled about 25 people, and as you can see, that amount of money that you would be receiving on average is $742 a month. Now, as you can imagine, as you're growing, so is your team members, right? You guys are all excited, you're being supported, you're on this journey together. So, you find another really excited, passionate person to join you. And between the 3 of them, they all go elite, which we just talked about that rank before. Once that happens, you are now the rank of silver. And silver is, like it says, the meaning is that you've led 3 people to elite, and that is an average of $2,198 a month. I'm not going to go over all of these, but as you can see, then you would just continue to grow along with your people. Now those elites have turned into premiers, so now you're gold. And then those premiers turn into silver, which makes you platinum. At this point, you add on another team member who also goes silver because you know how to do it, right? Not only have you done it yourself, but you've also led others to it. So it's very easy to add on one more. Then you become a diamond, and so on and so forth. To get to blue diamond is 5 golds, and then to get to presidential diamond is 6 platinums. So this obviously takes time. As you can see the timeline down here, we're talking like 71 months to get to presidential diamond. It's a lot of pouring into yourself. It's a lot of having your team leaders pour into you. It really is a wonderful growing experience that you get to go on. So now we are going to break down some of these ways that you get paid, just so that you understand it a little more. When you're still thinking about that sharing option versus the building, like we mentioned, you're really going to focus on this fast start bonus and this power of 3 team bonus. The fast start bonus is something that is paid weekly on new enrollee volume for their first 60 days. The enroller must have 100 PV loyalty rewards ordered to receive this enroller bonus. So this is something you learned about in one of our other videos of what that entails. But this is a wonderful bonus. So this means that, say, you have been a part of dōTERRA for a while now, and you shared with your friend Susan. If Susan signs up, then anything that she purchases from the initial day she purchases until 60 days out, so 2 months from when she started, you will receive 20% of everything that she purchases. And that's awesome. So this is what I mean as far as like, you don't have to be a certain rank in order to start receiving money. Any kind of effort that you put out there, anyone you sign up, you're always going to receive that compensation back. Now, what's really cool about this is it's not just you that's rewarded for your efforts. Let's say that my friend Abby, who you've been watching some of her videos, let's say that Abby is your personal enroller. So Susan signed up, you earned 20% off of Susan. Abby, because she enrolled you, is now going to earn 10% off of everything Susan purchases for 60 days. And then me, because I'm Abby's personal enroller, I'm going to receive 5%. So I may not even know Susan, but due to this just being a reward, kind of that ripple effect, it's a wonderful way to just get rewarded for being a part of this. So I would receive 5% for Susan's 60 days. Isn't that awesome? And then the other way that you would get paid is that Power of 3 team bonus. So this one is paid monthly, and this is based on your structure. So each team would need 600, they say TV, that stands for team volume. We always tend to say OV, overall volume, either way you look at it. 600 TV is needed to receive this sponsor bonus. So this is you up here, and if you find 3 people who are loving the product, they do not have to be affiliated with the business, but they love the product enough to place an order of 100, and collectively you have 600 overall, then you would receive an instant $50 bonus. And like we said, this will come in the middle of the month. And this is on top of what you're already earning for your Fast Start bonuses, okay? Now, with that being said, if each of these 3 people want to try for their own $50 bonus and they make it happen, so this person gets 3 people and they collectively have 600. This person in the middle gets 3 people and they collectively have 600. And this last person gets 3 people and they collectively have 600. They each earn 50, and you would now earn 250. Awesome, right? So that 250 bonus helps out tremendously. Again, right on top of whatever you're earning for your Fast Start. And then one more time, and each of these people would receive 50. Each of these people would receive 250, and you would receive a monthly bonus of $1,500, which is awesome. So as a sharer, this is really the 2 things that you would focus on to get a decent compensation check for your efforts. However, if you do decide to participate in the business and to really press in a little bit further, we have these additional ways to get paid, which is one of them is the unilevel bonus. So what unilevel is it's paid monthly on your team's volume. This is outside the Fast Start bonus window. So what that means is that for the first 60 days, you're going to get paid off the Fast Start bonuses, right? But what happens when the 60 days are done? You still get paid. You'll get paid for the lifetime of that person's orders, but it will not be at that 20%. What it does is it depends on where they are placed within your organization. So if they're on your level 1, which means you put them right underneath you, then you're going to receive 2%. If they're on your level 2, you would earn 3%, and so on and so forth. And what this does is obviously dōTERRA's compensation plan is wonderful because they have really tried to capitalize on what makes people the most money. And what this means is that, because even just looking at this little diagram, you see there's 1 person on top, 3 people underneath them, 9 underneath them, and then 27 down here. So we're only down level 1, level 2, level 3, and we're already at 27 people. So here's also where the numbers are listed: 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, 729, and 2,187. 7 levels down, each person having 3 very, very generous amounts of money. Look at that, $32,000 once you get to all of those people on your level 7. And then lastly, you have your leadership bonus. This is paid monthly and it rewards leadership. So what dōTERRA does is every month they take 7% of their global profits and they divide them in these different pools. So 1% of the 7 goes to premiers and silvers, 2% to silver, gold, and platinum, and 1% to diamond, blue, and prez, and then each of these is divvied up as well. It doesn't mean that each person gets that amount, but it does mean that there's a pool and the money goes collectively in there. Now, for a company that's as large as dōTERRA, as you can imagine, those pools are very large, even just for being 1%, of this amount. But it's wonderful, and it's just a way to say thank you in addition to the leaders, because they really are the ones that are running this, that are spending their time and effort and energy to help keep people educated. So it's great to finally be in that, in the leadership bonus pools. It's a wonderful advantage. So, a lot of information. If you need to watch this part again, then please do. If you would like somebody else, any one of your upline leaders to sit with you and help to dissect it a little bit more, we would love to do that. This is not something that comes with the snap of a finger, unless you're special. And if you are, I hate you. Just kidding. But, don't be discouraged. Please do not be discouraged if you're like, what is she talking about? I cannot follow along, because this is a lot of info, but this is a business, you guys. Like, this is a business program, a business plan. So it's really, really great to have all of this laid out. And I hope this at least gives you a general foundation. Okay. Moving along, change lives and create an income. So each of us has the opportunity to create and live the life we desire. With dōTERRA, you can build an abundant financial pipeline to allow yourself to be free to give. The networking model, in conjunction with a high-quality product or service, presents an unparalleled opportunity for people to thrive. That's an awesome quote by Bob Berg. So this is a really great time to just give a little bit of reflection. What would make the biggest impact in your life? Maybe it's earning more, and you can check off whatever boxes are applicable to you. Do you have the grand idea to working smarter? And lastly, doing what you love. Me personally, I could check every one of these boxes, because that would make a tremendous impact in our life. And it already has. It's absolutely been amazing. Partner with dōTERRA and get where you want to be. So which path is best for you? You've had kind of a laydown of all of it, and now you can really, I love this chart to really understand, and you can make a decision on where you're at. Are you interested in paying for your product? If so, this would mean an average income of about $304 to $742 a month. This is where between Elite and Premier is your income goal. The needed investment from you would be about 3 to 5 hours a week. This does not, this is such a, it encompasses just about everything. It not only encompasses sharing the essential oils with people and signing them up, but it also encompasses supporting those you have signed up, learning more about it, attending different events, etc. So 3 to 5 hours a week is what this would require. The goals would be Elite in 2 to 3 months, and then Premier in about 6. And you would need to personally enroll a few people a month. Next would be to supplement your income. This is an awesome, middle ground kind of an area. You're looking at about $742 to $4,781 a month. And this is anywhere from the rank of Premier to Gold. The needed investment for this category is 10 to 15 hours a week. And your goals would be to reach Elite in 1 to 2 months, Silver in 6 to 9, and then Gold in 1 to 2 years. And this would also mean that you're enrolling 4 or more customers a month, and also 1 or more builders a month. So this is where you really get into the category of finding people who want to join you to join alongside you and build their own dreams. And lastly, are you interested in replacing your income? So this is to receive monthly amounts of $4,781 to $16,733, and this encompasses the ranks of Gold to Diamond. The needed investment is about 15 to 30 hours a week. So your goals would be Elite in 1 month, Silver in 2 to 3, and then Diamond in 1 to 3 years. And if this is the route that you want to take, you would need to be steadily enrolling 8 or more customers a month and looking and finding those 2 or more builders every month. So if this is something that you're interested in, you could definitely make your decision, and please let your upline know as soon as possible so that we can really press in and support you in the best way that we can. So there's 3 steps to launch your business. You can begin changing lives by completing the following action steps and building your financial pipeline. First would be to live the wellness lifestyle. You would need to experience a Natural Solutions presentation and get enrolled, which you all are. Congratulations. Next, get a live guide and complete the wellness consult on page 16. If you've not been given this, like I said, definitely go to doTERRA.com. Under the Advocates tab, click on Empowered Success, and you'll find the live guide. And then definitely take some time to fill out page 16. The last step for this is to use your products by implementing your daily wellness plan. And that is something that you would create for yourself or with your upline. Number 2, share with others. Start your names list on the next page. Get a share guide to learn about successful sharing. And then share a presentation with 3 or more people. And third, you would launch your business. Choose your pace. Make the statement, I am elite rank in, and then check a box. 30 days, which is crazy outrageous. 60 days, which is a target. Or 90 days, which is your average. So you get to pick your poison, as we like to say, and we welcome all kinds. And then schedule your launch guide overview and go to doTERRA.com, Empowered Success, to learn more. So we would love to walk you through the launch guide, which is something that we will take you through when you join the Empowered Building Group. And love this little page. It's just, obviously you can print this out for yourself or just simply grab a sheet of paper and write, some numbers. But just start thinking about people you want to share with. You're going to have those ones that pop in your head immediately, those ones where you're like, oh man, they would be so crazy about this just like I am. And then once you have all those people down, in a good chunk, then you can start to think about just people right? People who are attached to you in some form or another. And then there's a lot of different like memory joggers, things that will help you to think of more people. You can find a lot of those just online. I love this quote: together we are rapidly sharing hope and healing through doTERRA's worldwide movement. Lastly, we are bringing hope, we are healing hearts, and we are raising leaders, living dreams. And this is the meaningful work of a doTERRA wellness advocate. I can speak from experience that this has been one of the most impactful and fulfilling things that I've ever had the pleasure to participate in, and there's no stopping me. So we're here for the long haul, and we hope that you would join us. Like we said, there's no wrong or right way to do this. It is all on your timetable. So just, look through this information, think on it a little bit, and then you can identify which category you fit in. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And if you have any questions, I'm always here to answer them. Thank you.